When we're putting a team together, especially a high-performing team, there are three areas that we really want to focus on. The first one is getting the right people on board, as in recruitment. We want to hire the best talent available. We're not saying you'll get the perfect person, but you'll get the best of those available. And to start the process there, the very first thing is you need to define the position that they're going to be occupying very clearly. Not just in terms of qualifications, experience, etc. We also want to define what sort of person, how suitable they are for that particular role. So we want to make sure their character traits, their behavioural tendencies, their interests and preferences are a good fit for that job. If you can match them well, chances are they're going to do better, learn quicker and get better results. We also need to make sure that we assess them properly for that. So we need to have you call it a psychometric test or a character test or whatever. We need to make sure that we understand the way of being of this person in terms of all of the things that we're looking to measure for the position. And once that's done, we can come up with a predictive score that gives a likelihood of how well that person's going to do in this particular job that we've spent a bit of time defining properly. And of course, it's fairly obvious, but when you've gone through this process, you've put through a number of people that you think may be suitable through the process. It's really a question of selecting the best. Now, obviously, we don't just work on this particular assessment. We need to make sure that all the ducks line up, that the eligibility, the interview, the references, the work history, and the assessment all basically say the same thing. They point in the same direction. And once you've done that, it should be a fairly straightforward process to select the best person available for the job. Now, the next part of that is how engaged are they likely to be, and how engaged are they? And to do that, we need to first of all be very, very clear on what the values are within the company. We need to make sure that what behaviours are we looking for that represent the values. It's all very well saying we want someone with integrity, but within your business, what does integrity look like in terms of behaviours? And it may be something as simple as we keep our promises, we don't let people down, and so on. So once you've got that clear, then we need to be looking at what are the values, and this relates back to the assessment that we did earlier on. What are the values of this person that we're bringing on? How do they fit in terms of their strengths, their values, and the things that are most important to them? Very, very important to get that matched properly. We want to know what sort of needs this person has in relation to company needs. So as a company, we need to let them know what outcomes are expected, how to do the job properly, etc. But we also need to understand what their needs are. Very, very important, so that we can actually frame the job in a way that's going to be more motivating to the person and help them enjoy the work more. Very simple concept, but well worth taking the time to look at properly. And from there, once we've identified those needs, what about going forward? What are we going to do going forward? If this person's committed, now we've got hopefully someone who's inspired within the business. We've got the right person in. They're going to enjoy the work. We're looking at where are we heading? Where does this person want to go within the business? So we need a commitment from them going forward. We need a commitment from the company or the business to say, here, we're prepared to send you on this, assuming that you're producing the outcomes that you need to in your business. We need to be very clear on that. We'll help you get there. And in order to do that, what do we need to do? We need to put them into development, whether that be new skills for a new position or the existing position, or whether it's supervisory or management or eventually leadership. What does their future within the company look like? And so clearly we need to work out what's the desired outcome from this commitment that we both made. Once that's identified and it's put in process, then you encourage them to follow their path, monitor them, support them, all the while making sure that things are going as well as they should be within the business, and that leads towards mastery in whatever it is they're doing. And when you've got that, here you've got a career path, a proper career path for these people that have earned the right to be developed by your company. And again, once you've done that, they've now vacated a position, they've moved forward into supervisory management leadership. That creates a vacuum elsewhere. Who else is going to move in and take over there? And if that's all working well, your KPIs will be up and you'll be growing your business, and then we get back into the recruitment side of things again. So we end up with a loyal, high producing, high performing team that will grow your business at a great rate, or a rate far faster than you would do if you didn't put your attention and effort into doing this sort of stuff. Simple, but the tool we use to do this, to cover off in all three areas, is the glue or the knot that ties it all together, is Harrison Assessments. So please take the time to digest this, and I'm happy to take you through it a bit further, because obviously there's a lot more to this than just a quick discussion on a video. So thank you for listening, and hopefully we'll talk soon.